Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Jeremy aka Uzaru Jarambe back again with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today we're going to be talking about the newly released Extreme Z Battle and Extreme Z Awakening on the global side of the game with the INT Majin Buu Ultimate Gohan, or INT Buuhan as I like to refer to him, and many other people do as well. So with that, what we'll be talking about today is obviously the units and the category that will be effective against taking on this Extreme Z battle. We'll be talking about the two specific summon banners that will be available during the event period. We'll talk about the unit that you can get to farm his super attack, and we'll also be talking about the stats boost that Buuhan will be receiving after he gets his Extreme Z Awakening. So with that, this Buuhan used to be a really good unit. Really kind of fell off the meta with all the new characters that have been released lately, and with this Extreme Z Awakening is much needed, much welcome for this unit, because he really needed a little bit of a boost because he kind of just became almost unusable, if you will. And he isn't, with his Extreme Z Awakening, he's not going to be the best unit in the game, but it's definitely going to bring some usability back with him. So let's go ahead and let's jump in. First, let's look at the summon banners. So you can see they're October 13th, which is now, it's October 14th now as of recording this video. So these banners are live and they will be available until October 30th. So right before Halloween, when possibly they may be releasing some other events and stuff on that. But anyway, you can see here, so you've got the Extreme Z Dokkan Festival. All of the featured units are related to the Extreme Z battle. So you'll be able to, if you don't have the INT Buuhan yet, you will be able to have the possibility to pick him up with the summons on that banner. It will be 50 Dragon Stones per summon on that banner, and there's no guarantee that you will get a featured unit, so take that as you will. If you want to go in there, good luck on your summons. You'll also be able to pick up two really good physical units if you don't have that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks or the physical Super Saiyan God Vegito. Those two will be good for taking on the event as well, which we'll talk about more in a little bit. But again, 50 Dragon Stones, no guarantee you'll get any of those featured units, but I mean, if you really have some stones sitting left over, go for it, and best of luck to you. Also, we will have the Patora category summon available, and that will be, you can only do that one 3 times, and it'll be 30 Dragon Stones per multi-summon, and you will get one featured SSR guaranteed. So they're pretty much all of the featured units are going to be Patora category units. In my opinion, the only one that's really worth going for if you don't already have her is the main featured unit, which is going to be the Fizz Kefla there, and we'll talk more about her in a second, but she is going to be the Patora category lead for 150%. And you know, if you don't have the LR Vegito, the INT Vegito, you will be able to use her as a backup for the Patora category lead. We'll talk about that more in a little bit, but let's go ahead and let's jump into actually talking about the Extreme Z Awakening itself. So the event will be available, the Extreme Z Battle will be available the same time period as the previous page with the summons, October 13th through October 30th. So it is now live, and if we go ahead, let's scroll down here and let's look. So I'm not really going to go too much in depth, but you can see here that you have levels 1 through 3, nothing really too crazy there. You're going to get some hidden potential orbs and some bronze medals. And then after level 3, when you get into level 4 and beyond, you can see he gets additional damage reduction against tech type, and then tech and strength type, tech strength and agility, tech strength and extreme, all the way up to level 30. And then you can see here, as he goes up, he gets his damage reduction he gets more damage reduction, I should say. He also becomes unstunnable and unsealable by level 30 and beyond here. You also won't be able to lower his defense starting out earlier on, and then you won't be able to lower his attack later on. So with that, be aware that after level 20, or should I say starting at level 20, any of your extreme physical units will get additional damage reduction of 80% with that. So Super Fizz units will be the way to go. Before that, Extreme Fizz units will be good. We'll be talking about that again here in a little bit. But overall, you can see at the bottom here, you're going to be getting those Extreme Z Awakening medals, and you'll be getting hidden potential orbs, which in all reality, the INT potential orbs are really useful for me because I do not have much left over with all the good units that have been coming out lately that are INT type, and I was able to pull some old LRs that were INT type, and really and honestly, I've been blasting a lot of my hidden potential orbs away. So if you're like me, definitely in need of those INT potential orbs. And then also you'll get 11 of the Grand KAIS and 30 Dragon Stones. After level 30, you'll just be getting some Hercule statues, so if you need to farm up some Zenny, you can go ahead and do that. But nothing too crazy there. Pretty cut and dry with, on par with a lot of the other Extreme Z battle events. So let's go ahead and let's talk about his stats boosts that he will get once he gets Extreme Z Awakened. So let's go ahead and let's start out here. Let's look at when he's just his TUR state before the Extreme Z Awakening. We've been dealing with him at INT type, key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 70%, and then his passive skill is for every key obtained, attack plus 12% and recover 3000 HP. Not too bad, but really and honestly, compared to some of the other units we've got right now, not really that crazy. So let's go ahead and let's look at him once he gets Extreme Z Awakening. Extreme Z Awakened, he gets INT type key plus 4, HP attack and defense plus 100%, and then he will be getting his passive skill buff, which is going to be attack plus 17%, plus a defense plus 10%, and he will recover 10,000 HP per key sphere obtained. And then also, if we deliver the final blow with this guy, we will recover 15% HP at the end of turn. So this will be a really good unit for kind of some nuke ability, and then also a really good healing unit. So as you can see there, I mean, it goes up from 3,000 HP per key sphere obtained to 10,000 HP, and then also if you finish a unit, you get that 15% HP back. So really, honestly, for some of the harder events such as the Super Battle Roads or some of the Dokkan events or the Legendary Goku event, really and honestly, healing is really nice when you're limited on the items you can bring in. Some events you can't even bring any items, so healing is important. And really and honestly, this guy will be one of the better healers in the game once he gets that Extreme Z Awakening. And obviously you can see the categories there: Majin Buu Saga, Transformation Boost, Artificial Life Forms, and Kamehameha, which I did the Transformation Boost category Super Battle Road with him on here before he was Extreme Z Awakened. If you go look in my channel, you'll be able to see that video. Go check that out. But he was decent on the Kamehameha team, was not the MVP by any means. However, he was healing up for us and he was doing alright. But I mean, with this Extreme Z Awakening, he would have been much, much better for us there. And really and honestly, I mean, this guy's just, he's getting, like I said earlier, he's getting a much needed Extreme Z Awakening because it's really putting him back into the meta somewhat to make him usable again. So let's go ahead and move on and talk about the advantages that we can use against this event. So obviously the Patora category is the way to go for this event, and then the Super Fizz and the Extreme Fizz types will be your alternate routes or alternate units to bring in here. So again, after level 20, your Extreme Fizz types will not be as good. Your Super Fizz types will be the way to go. But I'm not really going to go too much in depth with this Patora because obviously, everybody knows the Patora units by now. You've got your two leads there with the INT LR Vegito and the Fizz Kefla we talked about earlier. You've got the LR Rose Masu and the really good LR Strength Super Saiyan God Vegito, which is free to play, and they've actually got that Awakening campaign going on the JP side right now, which I'm actually grinding out. Really good unit. If you don't have him, he'll be super helpful. He won't have type advantage by any means, but he is a really good unit to bring into the event if you have him. And then obviously you've got, I mean, the main ones that I'm going to really point out, because all of these units can be, pretty good because they are Patora category. We do not have the AGL transforming Zamasu currently on the global side, as well as the Fizz Gowasu and Zamasu. However, the units that I will point out is obviously the Kefla, the Super Fizz Super Vegito, and the Super Fizz Super Saiyan God Vegito, as well as the Extreme Fizz Goku Black, because those guys will be physical types, so they will be Patora as well as type advantage. So they'll really be able to do some good damage and mitigate some damage on this event from this Buuhan. Again, the Goku Black after level 20, he'll kind of fall off as far as usability goes. So yeah, bring in pretty much all of your Super Patora category units you can after level 20, or any of your Super Fizz units after level 20, and you should be able to take out this event, no problem. Now obviously you don't have to use Patora, you can use Super Fizz team after level 20. Again, I would recommend staying away from the extreme units after that because of that additional damage reduction, but long story short, this event should be really manageable to beat if you have a decent character pool to choose from. So that's that's the 2 routes you can go, either the Fizz units or the Patora units. So really good there. And yeah, that's really all we got to say about that. So let's go ahead and let's move on to the event that you can farm the Strength Buuhan from, which is the Terrifying Transforming Majin Dokkan event. If you go to level 1 on Z Hard, you have a chance for a drop reward of this Strength SR Buuhan you can see on the screen here. He can be awakened into SSR to increase your chances of leveling up the super attack. Definitely recommend going and doing this. Excuse me. If you have boost, you can go ahead and boost in there as well, so you can try to get multiple of these characters or the units to drop during the event if possible, if you get lucky. But yeah, awaken them to SSR, and then definitely save your KAIS up and don't use them on this guy because he has that farmable super attack. Obviously you want to save all those KAIS for the units, the LRs and other units that you cannot farm super attacks for. So yeah, go into the Terrifying Transforming Majin, level 1 Z Hard, get him farmed up, get plenty of them, get him awakened to SSR, and start feeding them into the Buuhan. Even if you have his super attack maxed out, once you do that Extreme Z Awakening, he'll get 5 more super attack levels, and there you go. That's where you can go get those. So that's really everything we have to talk about today. Nothing too crazy, obviously, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it had some useful information for you. If you have any problems with team builds or have any questions, be sure to drop a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to go more into detail if need be. But again, yeah, I'm excited for this Extreme Z Awakening for Buuhan. Going to be bringing a good unit back where he needs to be, and yeah, much needed. So anyway, thanks again for checking out the video. I appreciate you stopping by. Drop a like if you're new to the channel. Subscribe. I got a lot more content coming out. I'll catch you on the next one. Signing out.